Here we are on Princess Cruise Lines, the Emerald Princess. And here we're getting ready to go on the Galley tour. Now this is September 2024. And here we go. This is one of the main dining rooms. And now we've left the dining room and entered the galley. Now obviously there's ready access between the galley and the dining room for obvious reasons. And here we see one of the head chefs. This is actually the sous chef here on the Emerald Princess. And he's explaining the organization of the kitchen. And this is quite a monumentous operation because they're making a tremendous amount of food. Now, one of the things that they're doing, of course, is the buffets. And the buffets, you simply stock the buffets and allow the passengers to serve themselves. But now for the dining rooms, which operate in the evening, here all the individual entrees, appetizers, and desserts have to be prepared. Now, the kitchen staff and actually the whole crew of the Emerald Princess is quite an international family. But many of them are from Southeast Asia, the Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, and many of the high-ranking officers are from Italy and the UK. Now, here we go. We're going over the different systems in the kitchen, and this galley is quite elaborate, and they have very good lighting. One of the things that they're very, very concerned here is cleanliness. They want to make sure that there is no chance of any type of bacteria or contagious virus being spread to the crew and to the passengers. And actually the crew members are actually checked up regularly to make sure that they're in good health, and if there's any problems, they're immediately quarantined. And all of the food preparation services are very carefully cleansed every day. And they have, we'll see this as we tour the galley, but it has a very elaborate dishwashing system that is carefully washing all of the utensils and all of the plates, glasses, and cups that are coming back from the dining room. Now, one thing that's interesting, they go through a lot of food here on this cruise. And here we see the display of what's being available as an entree, an appetizer, and a dessert for tonight. But a lot of food is obviously not consumed or is wasted by the passengers. Now, don't worry, this doesn't go to waste. What happens is at certain strategic points at sea, they go ahead and release this food. And the fish really, really love it. Now, don't be confused. This has no dishwater, no harmful effluent. This is just waste food. It doesn't have any plastic or any trash in it. It's just simply fish food, and they love it. But here we go. You can see all the stainless steel surfaces. And here we see all the different chefs and kitchen staff in proper uniforms. And we're looking at some of the equipment that's used for preparing food. And I think what would happen is this galley, this kitchen, would probably dwarf anything, even in one of the finest restaurants in a major city. And here we see that one of the hand washing stations and sterilizing stations, they want to make sure that the crew keeps their hands washed regularly. Now, one thing to consider, while we were on this cruise, the water was calm and the trip was absolutely smooth. In fact, while the ship was actually moving, there was no sense of movement. You couldn't feel any type of rolling or pitching at all. But it is possible that while out at sea, there could be rough weather. So the kitchen has to be designed so everything is contained in case of rough seas. Quite an impressive display. And then we're back into one of the main dining rooms.